What's been a pet theme in 2017? It's the year that's seen the highest number of IPOs since 2011. 32 companies raising nearly 50,000 crore rupees from the primary markets. And some of them, such as Avenue Supermarts, listed at a fantastic premium of more than 100% to its issue price. But not all have suffered or enjoyed the same fate. So what does all of this mean for those of you who invested in IPOs? It was a great year for IPOs, but was it a great year for IPO investors? Soumeet's been crunching some data on that to give us some fairly revealing numbers.
So far in 2017, 32 companies have been listed and most of them have given investors gains on listing day. But what we are going to see here today is how the share prices of these listed companies moved from the closing price on the listing day till now. So out of the 32 companies that have listed, 20 companies have given negative returns from their respective closing prices on the listing date till November 15. Now 9 companies have given returns in the range of 10 to 132%, while 3 companies have given return in the range of just 0 to 4%. So let's first see the top 5 companies that have declined the most. S. Chan, that is a book publisher, listed at a gain of around 6%, but post that it has declined around 31%. CL Educate, the coaching class company, listed at a discount of 21%, and post that it has declined another 24%. GTPL Hathway and Bharat Road Network saw flat listing on the exchanges, but post that they declined around 16% and 14%. Godrej Agrovet, which is the agribusiness company and the subsidiary of Godrej Industries, listed at a premium of 35% to its issue price, but post that the company has declined around 11% on the exchanges. So now let's see who are the wealth gainers and who have gained the most. Shankara Building, which is the retailer of home improvement and building products, listed at a gain of around 19% to its issue price, and post that the company has gained more 132%. Apex Frozen Food, which is the shrimp exporter, listed at a premium of 14%, and post that it has gained another 131%. Then Avenue Supermarts, who saw a grand listing of more than 100% on the exchanges, but post that it has gained only 72%. Now here PSP Projects, listed at a discount of 5%, but post that it has gained more than 90%, while Tejas Networks, which saw a flat listing on the exchanges, managed to gain close to 50% post that. So it's not necessarily always the companies that gain on premium to their issue price gain most after that. So companies which have gained not much on the listing day have managed to give returns post that. That's what we see from this picture.
So the returns are from the issue price or from the listing price?
These returns are from the closing price on the listing day till November 15.
And you've done that only to mark out the volatility of the open first.
Yeah, exactly.
Just to eliminate that volatility,
exactly.
you've
because
taken the...
You see, for Avenue Supermarts, it has given the highest return because it listed at a premium of 100%, but post that it has just given a return of 72%. While companies like Shankara Building and Apex, which saw muted listing, but post that they have given more gains to investors.
Yeah, I thought what stood out for me was that 20 out of 32 actually have negative returns
post-listing.
Since listing.
Post-listing, yeah. I mean, if you just bring that number down to the issue price, then I think 14 companies trade in the red. Compared to the issue price and compared to the price as of yesterday, it's about 14 companies that
14 of 32 are negative even from the issue price.
Negative from the issue price as well.
Yeah, that's 50%.
And most of them are, I guess, insurance companies. Recently listed.
The last 5, right?
Yeah,
there are last 4 or 5.
But I thought ICICI Pru was up.
No, ICICI.
No, not ICICI Pru.
Recently listed.
Recently.
The 2 government ones.
Okay.
New India Assurance.
But ICICI Pru was also negative on the listing day.
On listing day, but post that it gained. Yeah, I remember that.
So New India, General Insurance, and SBI Life, the 3 of them are trading sub the issue price, and that's quite a number. But yeah, suffice to say that either of the counts, even if you discount the listing day, and people would argue that, hey, what if I was an IPO investor? Still 14 out of 32 have given negative returns. Yeah,
it just goes to show a great year for IPOs, not necessarily a great year for IPO investors, especially towards the tail end of the, sort of the IPO cycle this year, where we saw, I think, some issues come in, a crowding of insurance issues in a very short period of time, so it must have led to some investor fatigue. B, some fairly aggressive pricing, as the market has been pointing out for many of those. Yeah, so many of them were very rather expensive, especially for a space that's not very well understood or discovered, right? Insurance. Yeah. And then third, I think some degree of fatigue as well with some of these companies, right? So the best performing in all of this would have been what? Shankara Building or Avenue?
Shankara Building. Considering the closing day on listing price till now, it's Shankara Building.
That's done the best,
it'll be Apex. It's neck to neck, 130 to 130.
And Avenue Supermarts?
Avenue is 72% from the closing price on the listing day till now.
And yeah, but from an issue price?
Issue price, it's up around 170 to
250%.
250%.
Yeah, sorry, 250% from the issue price. 268% to be precise.
268.
So they would be the standout there.
They would be the standout?
From the issue price, they would be the standout performer, yes, I would believe. Shankara Building is about 219%.
Okay, so not much of a difference in that sense, yeah.
But just to corroborate the point before we end this discussion, the last 6 IPOs, if you take Reliance Nippon as well, as giving flat returns, have given negative returns.
Yeah, wow.
The last 6.
All right, great insights. Thank you, Soumeet. That's how the IPO year has been as we head to a close.